Yo, people, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Saeed TV. We are back live, man. You know what I mean? 5 hours ago, we was live. It's crazy. I don't know how I'm here. I don't know how I'm functioning, but we here. We have to stay consistent. You know what I was there? We're with the brothers in the building. Man like George, man like Rums. What are you telling me, man? Them?
I'm staying, man. Prepared for my North London derby in a couple of hours, you know.
Come on.
You know.
Do you know what, George? Yeah. Do you know what, George? I think you'll agree with me. I've just seen United's highlights, and I don't think you need a striker. Rasmus Højlund looking like R9, bro. Like, bro, you should keep him for a couple of years, bro. Højlund's looking cold. Saeed, let's go, man. Number 9, start the season.
Bro, he said, yo, I think we scored in the first 5 or 10 minutes, but I was like, right. He took them Sesko links very personally. He's like, yo, are you mad? Sesko, bro, I'm here, man. You know the ones there.
It was a good header, too. Like, Trojan aside, it was a good header.
Yeah, good header. Yeah, good header. Yeah, it was a good cross from Dorgu, man. But I can't lie, man. Little 4-1 last night. You know them ones there. Whether it means a lot going into the season, you know what I mean? I don't know. But it was good performance, man. So it was worth staying up for because at one point I was going to lock it off, man, because there was no Cunha. Apparently he had fatigue. You know what I mean? There was obviously no Mbumo. He's not ready until Everton game. I was like, yo, this is the same team as the Europa League final, yo. Should I really be here? You know the ones there. But you know what? It was actually presently surprisingly well. So yeah, man. Big up to everyone who's actually awake still or is up after that. You get me? Quick turnaround. But big up to everyone locked in, man. We got nearly 800. Shout out to Dan Potts for the raid, man. I was on his show as well before. Big up to Dan Potts in the building. But there's only one place to start, man, and that is the Sesko news right now. Sesko, Isak, they're both kind of they're merged together, man, because of the significance of whoever comes in. Does that mean that player leaves? You know what I'm saying? But Ornstein yesterday was saying that the asking price is around 75 million euros guaranteed, which is around about 64 million, and add-ons and percentage on future sale. Fee expectation communicated to suitors for 22-year-old. Newcastle Man United pursuing, but no agreement yet with Leipzig over Slovenian forward, man. 75 million euros, 64 million. Mandem, is that worth the price when you look at it in the modern day market now? 64 million up front. Are we getting? Is whoever gets him? Are they getting fleeced? Be honest.
No, you man are getting your pants pulled, man. Let's be real. This is the exact same situation as you man were in with the Højlund deal. It's the exact same situation. This is a player who's had a few decent seasons in a decent league. Sesko, albeit, had more seasons than, you know, Sesko's been a known name for about 3 or 4 years. Since he's at Salzburg, everybody's been aware of Sesko's growth. But let's be honest, it's not like he's pulled up any trees and nobody's seen Sesko and been like, yo, this guy's bad. He's not doing the Haaland thing. He's not bagging 20-25 goals. He's not like catching your eye for his goal scoring. People have just liked the name. They like the fact that he's a 6'4" striker. They like that he's a different type of archetype, but he scored 13 league goals last year. The player who played behind him in the 10 that Chelsea are getting scored 11 in Xavi Simons. And I keep hearing that Xavi Simons had a terrible year last year. Everybody that knows Xavi Simons as a player will tell you he had a bad season, but his goal output was just a few under Sesko. So when you look at this deal, for me, this screams another Højlund type signing. Now, I'm not saying he's the same Højlund type player. I think he's better player than Højlund. He has more facets to his game, and probably I think he will score more goals than Højlund. But at the same time, £65 million, he's done nothing to command this fee. Absolutely nothing.
To be fair, when you actually look at it from where he was meant to be at the start of the summer, they were looking at 90 million. Arsenal,
I'm just about to say that.
Yeah.
I feel like Sesko in his camp have put pressure on the club because Arsenal getting quoted another 20 million that's being quoted for you lot in Newcastle. And I think George is right. Like, even when many streams when Arsenal linked to him and I was looking at his goal record and whatnot, like the last 3 seasons, he's actually regressed. I know some people say there's context that managers change and whatnot and appenders come in, but I think 22 to 23 it was 16, then 23 to 24 was 14, and last year it was 13. For whatever reason that is. I don't watch Leipzig, but I agree with George. I just feel like it'll be another deal where you just get bumped, to be fair.
You know what it is, bro?
I think you're better off no striker and in Bremer and Cunha than just getting a striker for the sake of it. Honestly, I think you're better than a striker for the sake of it.
I think having Cunha and Mbumo does help Sesko a lot in terms of there's not going to be a big pressure to be scoring a crazy amount of goals. Like he's not going to be the sole kind of goal getter basically. Listen, the market is mad, guys. Like someone put in the comments there, Gittins, bro, 48 million. What's Gittins done to be worth 48 million? You're looking at players. No. I know. No, I'm saying that I think this is the market right now, guys. I think you're fighting against the market. From where you look at it from where it was 90 million, United are not paying now. We're paying 64 million. Then you've got the add-ons, obviously, that created to 75 million euros. Listen, it's not my first choice. You're buying potential. Don't get me wrong. You are buying potential. But I just think this is what it is right now. And I'm not saying I've accepted it, but the market is mad, bro. The market right now, there's not a kind of a periphery of strikers as well. There's not an abundance of strikers that you can say, you know what, I can put my hats on there. It's either you go for a Watkins, right, which I wanted. That's probably going to cost you maybe up to 50 million, but you're not going to get a lot out of him in terms of years and productivity. Or you get Sesko up and coming. United are probably going to have to pay that money or more for Sesko in 2 years' time. So they've said, you know what, let's cut to the chase. Let's go and get him now while he's at this low price right now. Low price. When I mean low price compared to what he's worth, you might as well go and get him right now. That's where United have looked at him.
You know what it is? Go on, Jordan.
No, I was just going to say, for me, the frustration would be as a Man United fan that you've signed 2 up-and-coming strikers in the past 2 seasons. So why are you going to get again another up-and-coming striker? Because you're looking at it, it's like we spent 72 million on Højlund. We realized after 1 year it wasn't working. So then we went for Xerxes, a different type of striker. And then now we're giving up on Xerxes and we're going to go spend another 70. So you're pretty much invested 170 million into 3 strikers that are all project strikers. At which point do you just go, okay, we just need to go sign somebody that's proven? Because you could be in the same position next year when it's like, oh, Sesko is not good enough for Manchester United. Because you said that there's not going to be pressure to score goals. Let's have it right, Saeed. There's pressure on every single player that's in the
there is going to be pressure, but not the.
No, but when I mean the 9, George.
No, but this is what I mean. You're Manchester United. Players succumb to that pressure regardless. And although there may not be as much pressure as there previously has been because you've got Mbeumo and Cunha, your team's scoring goals, he's still a 70 million pound player that people expect for him to score in the 9. They expect their number 9s to score goals. I just don't think that he's gonna suffer from the same thing that most Man United strikers have suffered. And it's once you don't score in a couple games as a young player, the fan base is on you. Tesco, Benjamin, that video you made is going to be doing the rounds all season long.
I think that would die down.
Tesco. Every time you don't score, it's going to be Benjamin Sesko, bro. That's what man are going to run up. And guess what, Saeed? You're the reason why. It's all because of you.
Wait, Saeed. You want it to die down. That's going to go triple platinum. That's, if anything,
I can't go triple platinum, bro. Yo, listen, you lot that got that video, man. You know what I mean? Like, yo, keep it to yourselves, man. You know what I was there, bro. Like, keep it to the group chat.
George has a good point because, listen, say what you want about United, we can run banter, but once you put on that shirt, there's pressure regardless, but specifically the 9 shirt, because you'll probably agree, Saeed, in that same video you even said, since Zlatan, have you had a successful 9? Not really, do you know what I mean? So the next
Lukaku was decent.
Sorry, Lukaku. I remember his first couple of seasons.
Lukaku,
I forgot about Lukaku, but like it's a position where it holds a lot of weight.
Do you not think though that Cunha and Mbumo being there helps a lot though? If I reckon if them 2 went up there, I'd be having a whole like this stream will be so much different. But because they're there, I feel like for me, there's gonna be almost like there's gonna be a spread of goals. Like he needs to only get for me 15 goals in the season. If he gets 15, Cunha gets 15, and Mbumo gets 15, bro. That's already there. You've got goals there already. You know what I mean? Like, and then obviously, you can get Bruno can chip in, Ahmad can chip in with 10 goals, etc., etc. So that there for me, he has to get 15 goals for me. If you can get me 15 goals here, listen, this 15 goals is making you an 80 million pound player. My man, Ekitike scored 15 goals last season, was it? Is 8? How much was he buying for?
It was 12 in the league, 22 in all comps, I think.
Yeah, I think even Sesko scored 12 in the league or whatever. They scored 4 in the Champions League or whatever it is. So you're only really now, modern day strikers are only really getting around about mid-teens goals-wise.
Saeed, this is why when we paid the money for Ekitike, like, I understand rivals are saying Liverpool got their pants pulled down, but that's why I weren't too, did we overpay? Yes, but I weren't too fast because it's the market rate. This is the going rate for number 9s now. So
yes,
am I surprised you're going to pay this for Sesko? No. Are you getting your pants pulled down? Yes, in my opinion. But I agree with you. I think the pressure is alleviated because Konya and Mbemo, for me, in the Prem, not even all comps, just the Prem, they're guaranteed 10 plus. They're guaranteed 10 plus, both of them. So that does relieve a bit of pressure from Sesko. And do you know, let's have it right here. And I had the same energy when Arsenal were linked. Of course, I prefer them to get Sesko to Gyökeres because I rate Gyökeres more. But Sesko's not a bad... Striker-wise, I feel like he still needs to grow and develop. He's not the finished article, but he's not a bad player. Like, he's quite technically good. For his stature, he's technically good. You know what I mean? So it's not like he's a scrub, but for what you don't need is proven. Like you said, and I know your first options are Mateta and Watkins. Mateta and Watkins, I think right now, you know what you're going to get them because if you get Mateta or Watkins with Mbemo and Konya, that's 30 goals across the front three. And
do you know the thing is with that as well, Roms? That would have made more sense to what they've been doing currently in this window. Premier League proven. You got Konya, you got Mbemo. It makes sense to pair them up with another striker that's familiar with the surroundings of the Premier League. And Watkins or Mateta, you can already tell by the way that those two players thrive in the link-up anyway. You just have to look at their last couple of seasons. Watkins, one of the assist leaders. I think Watkins would have been perfect because you could have a rotational front three. They all would be comfortable playing.
I've got a relationship with Mbemo already. From
already Brentford.
And Villa were never going to sell you. Playing off the flanks.
Villa were like it was more of a, you know what? Can we test the waters here, man? But Villa were never selling, bro. Like them man, for them man to sell, I reckon there'll be riots outside Villa Park, bro. Because then they've got to go get a striker, that guarantees them goals, bro. And right now, in the Premier League, in world football, is very, very difficult, bro. Their decision of letting go of Watkins is them finishing from, let's say, top 6, all the way to maybe a top 10 average team, bro. Because Watkins gets some goals, bro. So that's why I was like, they're never really letting him go. That's why they've almost said, you know what, we've abandoned talks. That's why we're going for Sesko.
Don't they have to, though? Because the position they're in right now, Aston Villa haven't strengthened. Aston Villa had a massive summer last year and a massive January window and failed. Yeah. Well, I mean, they're in a PSL problem right now where they need to sell somebody. Whether it's Watkins, Jacob Ramsey, Emi Martin, they need to sell one of their players to start funding the window. Because like you said,
Martinez is the one
selling anyone. They can't bring anyone in. They're not going to strengthen for next season. Now, let's have it right. Although Watkins is a really strong player, there's a lot of players that could work in that system. You know, Emery's someone who knows how to get the best out of his forwards. So I actually they've got Donny Marlon there, isn't it? Is it
Donny Marlon, bro?
Like, that's who we were saying the other day. If they were to sell Watkins, they don't have any out and out 9, so he will probably have to play in that position. I'm trying
look at his goals, or like when you look at Aston Villa, the goals that they scored. Rodgers has scored a lot of goals, but I'd be interested to see how much percentage of goals Watkins has scored for Villa in the last couple of years. Like, let me know in the chat, like if anyone's like a stats guy. But
I don't think last year was heavy. The year before that would have been nearly everything.
16, last year, 19, 15, 11, 14. So he's getting double-digit goals every year. He's getting at least average of 15 goals per season. An average. In the league, bro. In the league. In the league, bro. So I don't know whether, like I said, I've not really seen, like, they get goals in from sometimes McGinn scores, etc., etc., you know what I mean, and whatnot, but he's getting a lot of their percentage of goals. And like I said, for another player to come in and fill that position is tough, man. It's tough. You know what was there. So, but for me, it was one of them where, who do we then move on to? And also, by the way, the feeling is that if we do get Sesko, Højlund will be moved on. So that's where another thing as well you guys don't know about, that Leipzig now may be looking at going to get Højlund as a replacement for Sesko.
Why don't you just chuck him in the deal? Just chuck him in.
Bro, listen, are you mad?
It's all
Do what you need to
finances,
do.
I suppose, isn't it? They don't want to do that because like you want money to come in and
You want
get,
money
like,
to come
all
in,
that
yeah,
stuff,
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
to balance
So-
the books, they need somebody to come in. With
Yeah.
actual
So
funds.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Hoyland goes the other way. We get money for him, and then obviously we work on the deal because you got to remember Vivel is a former Leipzig guy. He's obviously former Chelsea, but he's former Leipzig model. So he's got a relationship with Sesko. So in that aspect, you know what? That'll be perfect.
What's Bevel's role? Because I thought it was Barada and Wilcox that deal with your transfer dealings.
No, he's part of the umbrella of recruitment as well, alongside Jason Wilcox. So they're the two that are. You got obviously Matt Hargreaves is actually the negotiator, but he's involved in the recruitment a lot, man. And like I said, people say, "Oh yeah, Vivel got Madueke, Vivel got Bearman that were flops." I hear it, but if you know man from the Red Bull model, I'm sorry, that is a big plus because Red Bull model, they are very, very good at recruiting players, bro, and then selling them on for a big piece, bro. So if you could get a guy who's a middleman and can negotiate a lower fee and negotiate in terms of installments, you're laughing, bro. So if his job is to go and get that guy in and get out Hoyland, bro, give him the pay rise, bro. You know what I mean? Because that there is a good deal for me because you're getting rid of a player and you're bringing an upgrade on him as well. So, but listen, it's not a done deal yet. Newcastle are involved as well, but I don't know whether Newcastle are gonna really get involved, man. They're not gonna get rejected 3 times, are they, by United, bro?
I think they might. We had this conversation the other day. I know I went in hard on Pete, but I just had to let it be known, innit? Like Newcastle just aren't in a position. Yeah. As much as Newcastle fans thought that this new ownership stuff was going to change them, 5-year, 6-year plan, we're going to be winning the league and all of this rubbish. At the end of the day, they can't pay players wages that they want. Yes, you've got a few players on big wages, but because those players are on big wages, they can't bring in anyone else. So when they're offering Benjamin Sesko a deal, they can't compete with Man United. Man United could just go, yeah, we'll give you 200. Like if they're going to offer 160, Man United will just offer a little bit on top. 160 to 200. Yeah, we'll throw you 200k a week. That's fine. That's not a problem.
Done, guys. Funny, man.
Safety pause, isn't it?
Shout out to Don, man. Shout out to Don. No, I hear you, though. I hear you, but yeah, I hear you. But the thing is, though, I get your wages part, but they've got to even put a bid in, man. They didn't even put a bid in for Trafford. They've not put bids in. Them man are not showing intent, bro.
No, but they agree for Trafford. I think that's why Man City ended up getting him for 27 mils because Newcastle agreed a fee for 27 mil. So then they matched it. That's why I think they had a match. They matched the price.
Didn't Man City have a buyback clause or my buyback?
Their buyback was at 40, and they negotiated down to 27. And I think that's because Newcastle agreed a fee around 27 mil. But I might be wrong.
Do you know why it's even more worrying for Newcastle there as well? Because obviously we're going to get onto Isak soon, but even the Tonalis and Brunos, and I know there's a lot of Newcastle fans watching, and you're never going to want to hear negative stuff about your club, so they'll go mad. But I'm not saying they'll leave this summer, but surely players of that ilk are looking at it thinking, how are we really going to build? The best don't even want to come to it. Isak's already thinking that, and I feel like it can then trickle into the Brunos and the Tonalis. I know Pete was here the other day saying, we love Tonali, and Tonali will give them a bit more. He'll be loyal to them because obviously they backed him through the betting scandal and whatnot. So I get that, but give it this time next year. Let's say Newcastle haven't strengthened and whatnot. Come on, these are 2 players at the top of their game. They might look at it. No one's coming here. No one is
bro. Bruno Gomes.
It's a deep situation for them. It's
a very big situation, bro.
How old is Bruno G now?
He's 26, 27, is it? 26, 27.
So sure he'll then want that last big contract.
27, right? He's 28 in November, right? I didn't know he was
28 in November.
Yeah, 28
so
in November.
He's probably got one big contract left. And where he goes to the next 5 years.
Yeah, I was going to say.
He linked with last season he linked with City, and there was a release clause that expired at a certain time. And then he couldn't go to.
And then they couldn't.
But City didn't want to pay big money.
Then even with that, City have moved. I don't think he gets another big contract elsewhere. You have to think about who needs central midfielder of his time. Not that many big teams in the Premier League need his time. Liverpool is sorted. Chelsea are sorted.
No, but you know
we could do with it, but he would never think to us.
We're not going to pay that.
Football things are always changing. Like, let's say, because by the way, Newcastle, I'm not saying Bruno tonight leave this summer. No way. Like, they're not going to leave this summer. But I'm saying, let's say we get to next summer, Jordan. I don't know, a big club have a big injury to one of their centre midfielders, or maybe a centre midfielder at another big club just wants a new challenge. Then that creates an opening for Bruno. Like, football's always.
Tonali's 25 though. He's young, man.
Yeah, Tonali will probably be there a bit longer than Bruno. But I can't lie. Like, I don't think Newcastle get. Listen, if I had to predict now, I don't even think Newcastle finished top 6, top 7 as it stands.
Well, I said it. They're going to struggle
I think Tottenham. I think we finished above the Man United might as well. You know,
bro, you'll smile, but I have you fifth. Like, people become mad.
I have Tottenham fifth as well. I have Tottenham fifth.
Not at the moment. I ain't got myself fifth. I'm not gonna lie. I ain't got myself.
No. You know why you got? It's because of your manager, bro.
Thomas Frank.
A good manager.
Thomas
Frank, yeah. But I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Yeah, someone like a Real Madrid need a Tonali right now because they need they've not replaced Cruz, and I'm not saying it's totally Cruz, but I'm saying they need someone that like a deep lying kind of playmaker, deep lying someone that can get the ball and play. Because Real Madrid don't have that, man. So it'd be interesting to see that Newcastle team decimated, bro. Like, brother, it's and now I don't know if you've seen it, man. The Isak situation right now. His guy is in.
Can I throw down in the works? Could you see a world where maybe their ownership even look to sell up because they've not really,
bro?
You know what I mean? Bro. Like, these things could happen. They might.
You know what it is for me?
Buy another club.
Wait. What the Newcastle?
Yeah.
Nah. It's not as easy as that. But what I will say though is that I can definitely see Eddie Howe leaving though and just quitting, and he don't deserve that, Eddie Howe. Eddie Howe's a very good manager. I would love him at United if I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
I was just about to say, all of the players he's wanted, or the majority of them, have gone to your club. So
yeah,
he used to move to United.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Eddie Howe don't deserve this, bro. I'll be real with you, man. Like he has got them to top 4. Twice now, is it? I think it's twice. He's got them in the Champions League positions. He's
won them a trophy.
Yeah, won them a trophy, bro. Like, this is a serious situation.
It's been amazing for them.
It's been amazing, man. So he's getting disrespected right now, bro, and he's not being backed as well.
I feel sorry for him as well. Have you not seen like his demeanor when they're asking about Isak and that? He just looks like he don't want to be there. He don't want to be there,
man.
So down in that, man.
Yeah. Look at the situation there. Alexander Isak is training individually at his former club Real Sociedad's training facilities amid uncertainty of his Newcastle future. The former Real Sociedad striker is using the Basque club facilities, which is empty, when it is empty, with his own staff to recover from a minor thigh injury. Isak informed Newcastle he wants to explore his options this summer following a informal approach from Liverpool. If Isak leaves, Newcastle's former club will receive 10% of every euro above 70 million euro transfer fee. Rah. I didn't even know that right now. I can't lie to you. The striker joined the Spanish club in 2019 from Borussia Dortmund, spending 3 years at the club, man. This guy has gone AWOL, bro. He's gone and done it.
You know what they're saying now, they're saying, and I think I said it in the last couple of weeks on Midday Live.
Yeah.
Liverpool fans, brace yourself, because I think he comes to us. Let me put that out there. I do think when it's all said and done, by the time the window shuts, 1st, 2nd of September, Isak is a Liverpool player. But I can see this dragging. They will not sell him until they get a striker in. Because what are you telling me? We throw in 120, 130 million bid. They're just going to accept it and left with Ursula. Ursula is your neck. Because I swear Callum Wilson's gone now.
No, he's gone, bro. He got told to leave the World
Cup. He's on a pay-as-you-play contract at West Ham. It's mad. It's mad.
That's crazy. But I was going to say, like, Newcastle won't sell Isak. No, they've only got Ursula. No way. Then what? They have to promote probably a youngster.
That's what I'm saying. They have to.
That's why, don't you think that? Yeah, that's why they're going so hard for this Sesko deal. And I can't lie, I've got a feeling that if they don't get the Sesko deal done, like you said, Roms, they're going to be sat there over the next 2 to 3 weeks, analyzing the market, figuring out what strikers they can get to replace him. And it will probably be the case that they go into the season, Isak doesn't play the first game or so. They're still trying to find a new striker.
Facts.
I don't think, and I've heard that they're interested in Nico Jackson. I don't think they're going to pay. Apparently, Chelsea wants 60 million for Nico Jackson. Like, what madness is that?
How they're not going to get away with this, bro? They cannot get away with this, bro. Chelsea cannot be allowed to be given 60 million for a Nicholas Jackson. I'm sorry, man. They bought him for 30 million. Their money. They're doubling their money, bro.
If Newcastle go in
Just
for
got
that,
to rate it at this point.
no. If Newcastle pay that money, then there's something definitely dodgy going on over there. Because we all know how Pith and Blueco have all a link. They're all like linked up in some type of madness. And
to be fair, Saudi Arabia connection might be a thing as well, because obviously
the Pith and Blue. I don't Pith own Blueco at some point. They're like an invested shareholder or something.
Something
like that to do. So I wouldn't be surprised to see them overpaid for a Chelsea player, but 60 mil madness.
If they get that, bro, honestly, bro, you cannot stop Chelsea in terms of selling players, man. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, to double your money. Listen, yes, he's done a decent job in the Premier League in terms of double digits 2 seasons in a row now. But bro, you can clearly see like Chelsea have had enough of him. They don't really want him. He's a third choice striker at Chelsea, third, and they're getting rid of him for 60 odd million. They'll be mad to pay that money. But when you're desperate, we're hearing Rodrigo Muniz. We're hearing obviously Wissa wants to go there anyway because he wants to leave. But again, they don't want to pay that money. But bro, that's a lot of money, man. Them.
Right? Do you think Brentford end up selling Wissa? And if they do, it'll have to be for big money, innit? Because
it has to be big money.
In the same window, that's a bit.
But then I could see him going maybe Forest and Wissa. He could choose between Forest. He could even go to Tottenham as well, man. Tottenham may be coming for a late bid for Wissa. I don't know if George would want Wissa at your football club, but I think for me, for Champions League, back up. Because I'm not going to lie to you, man. Them. Listen, you lot think Solanke's a top player here, but
who does?
No, I'm saying that there's people are saying that Solanke is a striker, good enough striker for Premier League, but I don't think he's got that position nailed on, man. That position, I don't know. It was one of them signings when I thought at the start, I was like, ooh, that's not bad. 65 million, ooh, that's a bit too much. But then, you know what I mean? It's one of them where I'm like, you're gonna need.
You need like even Spurs fan. George can obviously correct me if I'm wrong. Like, but I'm not gonna lie. I thought when they signed him, it would be a success. I've rated Solanke. We signed him even when he was at our club. He was just never breaking into that front three. But like, Spurs fans never really seemed satisfied with him. Does that make sense? Never really seemed satisfied because I thought he would bang, but it's just not really. I'm not gonna say one of those because he's only been at you lot for one season.
One season, literally one season. And to be fair, in his first year, he scored 15, 16 goals, had like 7, 8 assists. He had over 20 GA, so it wasn't like a terrible season that some people make out to be. I think he did struggle in the system. I think the system played a big part into his struggles last year in finding the back of the net. But the one thing that does stand out is like what you said, he's not a striker that creates for himself. So he's not a striker that gets people off their seats. He's not a striker that a lot of people like because you never really see him on the edge of the box, shift his body, drop of the shoulder, put it out to the right foot and then shoot. You don't really see those type of actions from him. So he's not really a striker that, I don't know, he's not a striker for me. He's not a proper goal scorer. He's someone that will be in and around the play, score a tap in here and there. He's got some good movement and some good instincts. But no, you are right. I think we could do with another player that can compete with Solanke. I don't think Solanke has the position nailed down. I think we need somebody who can push him a bit further. But also, if there's some games where he's not doing good enough, come in and replace him because Richarlison was supposed to be that guy, but he's just not good enough. So Wissa could be good. I think Wissa could be good, but the fee that Brentford are asking for, they want 40 to 50 million. Like they want some big price.
Bro.
Obviously, if Wissa manages to work out his stuff, because obviously I know that he's returned to training. He's
returned to training now?
Yeah, apparently not he returned back to the England, innit, from their tour because he's fuming.
Okay.
They had a gentleman's agreement for 26 million. That Newcastle have offered 30, 35 million, and they've still rejected the offer. So how that all plays out with Brentford remains to be seen. But I would take him. He wouldn't be my first choice. I think there's a few other players that I think could come in that striker role that could improve us more. But we definitely need someone to compete with Solanke. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, 100%. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I said, he could play off Solanke as well if you need to. You know what I mean? So I feel like for me, it works out well, man. For me, that's the difference between Brentford being a serious team next year if they keep Wissa, because if they don't, bro, I can see them really going down. They've got another striker there called Igor. I think it is. Who is it?
Shada.
Oh no, Shada's good. Kevin Shada's good, man. Like
was it 3 or 4 in a game?
I remember him bagging goals at the end of last year. I don't know how many, but he was just bagging goals. I was seeing his name pop up, just Shada.
Bro, correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. it was definitely a hat trick, and it might have been 4 goals in the game. I swear it was 4 goals in the game. But
I would have heard about that. But there's another striker there, man, that looks like Tyrone with a hairline. I don't know who it is. Real talk. It's a striker, man. What's he called, guys? He came there last year, got injured. He had a big injury, man. And then never really, I forgot what he is, man. Let me look at Brentford's team, by the way. I'm just looking at their team right now. Yeah, there we go. Igor Thiago. That's the one here. You're telling me he don't look like Tyrone with hair. You know what I'm saying to you? All right, big up to Shaw Barry with a super chat, man. That's big up, man. Appreciate you, my bro, man. Yeah, man, like Shaw Barry, man. It's been a while, man. Big up to you, man, for that. Dobby's in the chat, man. Dobby's in the chat for him, bro. Yeah. Igor Tudor, man. Now, trust me, man. He looks like
Igor Tudor is the Juventus manager, fam. Who's people trying to coalesce you, bro? They're trying to coalesce you with this name. Igor
Thiago. Sorry. Igor Thiago. Yeah, Igor Thiago, bro. Igor Thiago. Yeah, thank you, bro. Igor Thiago, bro. So, yeah, no. Listen, man. Tyrone's my guy, man. We looked up.
Oh, is this the guy that was brought in to replace Tony?
Tony, yeah, but the guy went injured, but he had an injury. No one knows about this guy. They bought for like 20 million, didn't they?
Yeah,
he's only literally 24 years old. He's Brazilian as well.
You know what? There's a few strikers that were signed, started last season and got a big injury. Do you remember Wolves one? Khaled, I'm gonna butcher his name. Khaled Dacic or something.
Yeah, bro. He had two knee injuries, bro. That guy.
Yeah.
Two ACLs, bro. I'm telling you. 2 ACLs, bro. He's very, very unlucky, bro, that guy. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Very, very unlucky. But yeah, honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. Watch out for this guy, Strand Larsen. If he has a good season, I could potentially see him being out there, bro. Strand Larsen, I'm surprised like people didn't come in.
I like what I saw from last season. I was gonna say, what do you not think of Wolves? Like, what do you think of them this year? Have they signed anyone? I've not really heard anything from them.
Look at their signings. Apparently they haven't, Apparently they're fuming. Their fans are fuming, bro. Like they haven't signed anyone. By the way, everyone in the chat right now, hit the like button, please. Like, we got 1.7K in the building and there's not even 500 likes yet. What are you not doing in the chat, bro? What are you not doing, guys? Come on, hit the like button, people. Let me just look at the signings right now. They bought in my man from Colombia, which I rate very highly. He's called, what's his name again, guys, in the chat? He's called John Arias. I don't know if you might watched Copa America last year.
He's a 9, isn't it?
He's a winger. Yeah, he's a winger. Obviously, they signed Strand Larsen this year, obviously, because obviously they was on loan with the option they bought in this guy called Fer Lopez from Celta Vigo. They bought John Arias. Yeah, that's their 3 signings this summer.
I said young Philly.
Yeah. But bro, that's crazy. Man said young Philly, That's mad. He does look like him.
Zakaria, you're bad for that one.
Yeah, it's just meant to be good though, because I'm telling you now, bro. These guys that they get, these unknown guys, bro, they come out here and they start mashing up.
You know what this reminds me of? And George, you might agree, yeah? Who's the winger that you lot signed? And I thought, he's going to light up the league. Brian Hill. I feel like technical midfielders that you think's going to do well. And I don't know enough about him, but I get that. I get that vibe. Maybe he might just.
Do you know what it is? These players, they're like even. What's that one at Man United, man? The cold winger that you got, Palestri. Like they're too. You know what it is? They're mad technical. They're good, but they're too small and they're not physical enough for the Premier League. The Premier League's too quick, and every time they're doing a 1v1 with the fullbacks double their size. It's like, bro, they just can't hack it. They can't hack the physicality, man.
I normally hate the word lightweight, but if you are lightweight, you have to have IQ. Like Riyad Mahrez, you look at him and think, you're not the strongest, but he was so clever up there. But when you get a lot of these lightweight borders and that don't have it up there, it's like, bro, you're just gonna get bounced around. That your decision making ain't all there, and you get bounced out. So I agree with you, George, that them Palestris and Brian Hills, they are technically good. You can see it, but they just don't really do much. They just look pretty.
Yeah. What's this here? By the way, in the Callier, man, I'm struggling to really use him as a source, guys, man. I know he's got a little
Do you know what? Do you know what, Saeed? Do you know with India? I've been told for years he's not reliable. What I will say is this summer, because apparently there's 5 people on the account now. This summer he has been quite accurate. I've got to give
I know, man, but bro, like the guy.
It's been a weird summer because I feel like there's a lot of like so-so ITKs that have been getting a lot right. So I don't know. Like,
his credibility, I think, lies on this Isak deal. Isak don't come Liverpool. He's done.
He's done. He's done.
Liverpool. I feel like
done, bro. But I remember in the Cali back in the day. You know, I don't know if you know what year you man got onto Twitter, bro. But this guy was around at the start of Twitter days, and nobody took him serious, man. Everyone is saying in the Cali hype, bro. Like this is at the time when there was guys like
I listened to Winner. Big up Winner. When Winner says
yeah, bro. Like broski, like I don't know, man. I'll be real with you, man. Like he's a bit of a I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. But listen, each to their own, innit? Big up Lacey Cisse says Jackson slander's gone a bit overboard. Ekitike is a benchmark and he scored less goals in worse league than Jackson. 65 million ain't nothing crazy. You know what, though? I do agree with that, you know. The Jackson slander is a little bit forced, though. I'll be real with you. Like, I listen to me. I think for more, it's his more temperament and his mentality, bro. Like, I worry about that more than his football ability.
Don't you think there's a common theme, you two? Good player, not a good striker. I think you see it with Sesko. I think you see it with Jackson.
Yeah,
they're not dead. You look at them and think you're a good player, but one-on-one, if you go one-on-one 10 times, you're probably only going to hit 2 or 3, hit the back of the net. Do you know what I mean? So I think it's a common theme that good player, but you're just not prolific. That's cool.
His first season was very good, man. I thought, wow, man, this is quality. But I just, bro, he's a bit of a mad man. Last season, bro, the red cards and that and the way he was moving, I just said to myself, no.
There was the stat side in 2025, so just this calendar year, he got more yellows and reds than goals. You know
goals, bro. You see what I mean, bro?
You know how crazy that is.
If you can get an arm around him, yeah, and he
did get injured as well, though. Chelsea fans before they go mad.
Yeah, he was. He did if you can get an arm around him and you make him feel loved and whatnot, and you know what I mean, there's no Astrid Wet and that involved and that all that. Yeah. Now, real talk though, if you can get him like say, you know what, man, we got this, brother. It's all good. If you can get him that. He can be a good striker, but bro, I can't right now, bro. I can't be dealing with a guy that's not stable right now. You know what I mean?
Did you hear about that story about him? Where that Chelsea fan said something like, "Oh, I met him and and he said I'm shit. Don't be a striker like me." I don't know if it was true.
You know that's fake. That is a fake story, bro. Let me pull up that Joe, bro. That story there. I don't know how people.
You know what it was? It's one of those stories that they catch you for the whole journey, and then right at the end, you're like, I don't know if this is real. Like, I don't know, but it was funny.
Broski, like, you know what I mean? I see that and I was like, bro, why would you make that up, bro? Like, why would you make that up? Like, who does that benefit you making that up, bro? You know what them stories like, bro?
Some people just tapped, honestly.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. Like, I wouldn't believe that shit. You get me? But I think for me, like I said, bro, it's one of them where if he was to go, I would see him more going to a Unai Emery rather than rather than a thingy for me. Unai Emery, become the number one there. Then you phase out Watkins for maybe next season, and then you say, you know what, Watkins, you can leave maybe after next season because you've got Europa League football as well, so they're gonna need 2 strikers anyway.
Didn't Unai Emery work with him at Villarreal as well?
Villarreal, bro, he's thanked him a lot in his career, bro. Yeah, he's thanked him a lot in his career. You know what I'm saying?
I can see that working out. That would actually be a really good move for him, especially when you talk about similar to Watkins type of player. You actually a lot better in the link up than he is in his finishing. But you've seen over the years how Watkins has pushed on in his finishing and got better in front of goal. I think Emery could probably help him, man. And plus, if you're looking at any team to overpay for him, it'd probably be Aston Villa.
Yeah, because you got to look at Watkins' career. He went to he started his career at Exeter, then went to Brentford, then went to the Premier League. Like, he's had a very, very, like, you know, from nothing to being something, bro. And that has come through development, training, coaching. So you know what, man? Like, he's done it the right way, bro. I rate that journey.
Do you remember the BMW at Brentford and Ben Rama and Bremo and Watkins? When the championship.
That was a championship. Yeah.
I remember they come to you in the Carabao Cup in it, George. You slapped them, I think. But I remember they come to Spurs.
We dealt with them. Yeah.
And
They
then
had a
dealt
good
with
game.
Ben Rama, bro. You know what I mean?
In the Championship. Like, imagine, I don't even watch Championship, but that season I looked in because I was like, I think it was at Griffin. They hadn't even moved to their new stadium yet. They were still playing at Griffin Park. Them three were moving mad.
Yeah.
Sky Sports at every Brentford game, one of them has scored. Like, one of them has scored every game.
Saeed was the best in the Premier League. Yeah, man. He was cold, man. You know what I mean? Until he met.
Where's Ben Rama now?
I don't know, man. He's not been since he got dumped by Maya Mills, bro. I don't know where he's been, man.
Yeah, he's with Maya Mills.
He's with Maya Mills, and then his career fell off, bro. You know what I'm saying? You need to stay away from her, man.
I'm pretty sure he might be in Saudi, you know. I've got things about
I think he's in Saudi. I can't lie. I think he's in Saudi right now. You know, them ones there. But yeah, nah, streets won't forget, man. Like, you know, the Championship, there's a lot of players like that, man. Tarapt and them, man, killing it in Saudi Arabia, and just to the Championship, and it's not been there. You feel me? There's a super chat here from Ennis says the argument Sesko will not be pressured to score because of Konya and Mbumo. What's the point in signing him then? Why not keep Hoyland then? Nah, because for me, Hoyland's not good enough, bro. So you have to upgrade in that regards. You know what I'm saying to you? Listen, I'm not saying that there's not going to be a pressure, but I'm saying the pressure will be relieved slightly because of Mbumo and Konya. And that, for me, makes me feel a little bit easy. Like, yo, okay, cool. He's not the sole provider in terms of goals. That's all it is. You know, them one's there, bro. So, man said, shout out to Lil Pino. He had a dream. Now, listen, man. Bear Man do the most for. Listen, Maya Mills, she's all right and that, but, bro, Bear Man do the most for Maya Mills, though. Like, she's all right, but, you know what I mean?
I'll be real. Kizzy kills me because that tune that gave her, she already had clout, but even more clout.
Bro, like, yo, man, that's crazy, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, but if you're making a song of.
Kizzy kills me. Oh, man.
You rate man that makes songs of, like, the influences, you know, when there's, because people do that, you know. I'm like, yo, I don't rate that, bro, you know. I can't lie.
I don't really rate it still.
I don't, but
you can't do that, man. You can't do that, man. People, make sure you don't hit the like button. We've got 511 likes. Let's get to 800 likes. That's a target. Douglas Luiz, man. Yo, listen, man. Yo, I don't know why United are not.
I don't want to go to Nottingham Forest. Don't want to go to Nottingham Forest.
Broski, like, they're pushing for the deal. The talks around a loan with an option to buy, bro. Brother, give me that option to buy, bro. You mad?
Yeah, you should be all over this, Saeed.
We should be. But even Tottenham as well, they should be all over as well.
Yeah, I'm
you know
surprised.
What they say, you know what they say? Jack of all trades, master of none. He's a jack of all trades, and he's a master of some of them, bro.
Some of them,
he really is, bro.
Dead ball specialist. Corners. I swear he scored a few corners for Villa. Penalty.
They want to say that you look like Douglas Luiz, you know. That's true.
Oh, yeah. I've been having this for a long time. I've been having
man, like Jordan, you know.
Any light-skinned guy with a beard, I feel like they just automatically chuck your name.
Oh, yeah. Fact. The Douglas Luiz one's been running for time now. I'll just be like, yeah, it's Douglas
Luiz and that, you know. Right. But no, honestly,
I'm surprised why Tottenham and United, some of the bigger teams, haven't jumped on this deal. Like I said, it's the opportunity to sign a midfielder that plays all roles in a 6 and an 8. You can't really play the 10, but you can have him pivoting next to someone in that role.
Yeah,
I can't understand why nobody's picked him up. The fee that they're talking about is low. I think like
low,
5 million euros or something like that. Pennies. And then when you're talking about obviously loan with obligation or like an option that has clauses to meet, this makes sense for any team that needs a midfielder. Just can't understand why none of the bigger teams are going in for him, to be honest.
Man, then what's going on with Italy? Like, not to divert, but like they really don't have bread in it. From when they couldn't afford Hoyland and that. It is peak over there, isn't it?
Bro, they get money, but they do some mafia shit, bro. I don't know what's going on over there, but they do, bro. I don't know if they have to give money to the mafia, the Italian mafia, bro, or someone, bro. Like, where does that money go, fam? Like, the running costs, it can't be that much.
Because there should be, listen, the big three we know, obviously Juve, Inter, and AC Milan. Obviously, Napoli have kind of creeped their way into last, let's say, 10 or so years, but there's no reason why the big three can't be like the revenue they must make. They all have big stadiums. They're all big clubs. There's no reason why they should not be able to afford the best players. Because my dad always says that in the 90s when it was on Channel 4 and that the Italian league was the Premier League, basically. Like what the Premier is now, all the big players want to go there. And now it's kind of sad. I'll be real. It's actually kind of sad. When I knew Inter couldn't afford Hoyland, that's when I said, no, it is. It's peak.
Yeah. I'm sure Buffon. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I think Buffon mentioned it in an interview about the mafia and how they're heavily involved in what goes on in Italy, bro. But I think for me, you got to remember, like, they're so quick to like say, yo, this is going to be the price for players that we're going to sell. But when it's wanting players, bro, I remember Lukaku, bro. Like when we sold him to Inter Milan, that man still owed us 40 million for a couple of years. You know, I was like, bro, where's my money, man? Where's our money? But that's what they like, bro. And for me, it's one of them there where they like, listen. Don't get me wrong, Juventus have spent money, like they've spent bread, yeah. But other teams, they don't have that, bro.
Did you
Even
see
though
that
they're
graphic side of all time, Juve were in the big up. Someone just said it in the chat. Someone actually said it in the chat. I see a graphic the other day in all time. Big up LFC walk on, yeah. Juve are in the top 5. They might even have been number 4, but Juve top 5 spenders of all time. All time.
Yes.
Chelsea were first. They were like $1 billion clear of the next.
Chelsea are mad.
Second.
Yeah, Chelsea are crazy.
I feel like the biggest problem you have, and not just Serie A, Liga on suffering with, it's the TV rights. Their TV rights are worth pretty much nothing. Nobody outside of their countries tune into their leagues. And what's been making it even worse is, like you've seen over the past 10 years, let's say 10 years ago, when you tune into Serie A, there was superstars all over the place still. You still had the Pirlos, you still had the Pogbas. You had plenty of these big name players that are drawing you to the Serie A. Right now, who's even at the Serie A that you want to go watch? The biggest names like Leao and so on. And let's be real, Leao's not that good. So they're not actually got the superstar power that they used to have.
McTominay is a superstar now.
McTominay won Player of the Year. People were laughing at McTominay before he left, and then he goes win Player of the Year over at Napoli, and that shows you not that the quality of the league isn't good, but they lack superstar power. So it's tough for them to bring in a lot of money. I don't know what they need to do. Like they need to either make their own superstars or they need to keep them.
Yildiz, there's a couple. Yildiz
is good, but they're young players coming up, innit? We're talking about like actual known players, like.
Have they got world class players in Italy? Give me some. Bastoni's world class.
Bastoni's world class. Barella.
Yeah.
And do you know what?
World class over there.
Some people don't. Marcus Thuram might be on that, He might be on that. Marcus Thuram's cold, man. In all round play, maybe not as a striker, but as a player, like Marcus Thuram.
George, do you see? It links into what I said earlier. There's a theme. Good player, but not really a good striker. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like Martinez ain't world class. He ain't world class, man. You know what I mean? I'm sorry.
I think AC
Leao's not world class. Probably pushing in it, but they're top players. Most of them are at a few teams, innit?
Mike Mignon,
Juve, none. Napoli.
It is a bit mad. I can't lie.
You could have said Crabber, but obviously he's not there anymore.
All of their best players get picked up because they can't afford to pay the money and stuff, innit? Like that's what it is.
Give me your order of the top 5 leagues, man. Give me your order of the top 5 leagues.
It's funny. I had this debate with my boy the other day. George, you go first.
I think number 1's Prem, second La Liga, and then onwards from there, it's just like, where do you go? You could say Serie A, but you could say Bundesliga is above Serie A at the moment. I think quality-wise, I'd probably go Bundesliga, but quality for players, I'd go Bundesliga. But if you're talking about teams and wise, I'd go for Serie A.
This is what I was going to say, George. It depends like how you're ranking it, because if you're going to do like quality, I personally have Prem first in it. If you're going to go like quality of player and quality of whatnot, for me, La Liga's
going to be cold.
Take everything into account, like entertainment, who watches and whatnot.
La Liga.
Everything into account. It'll probably be Prem. For me, Prem.
I'm going to say Liga in third now, man, because now we got Pogba going back there.
You can't. I hear what you're saying, but for me to have an entertaining league, you need to have more than one team that can.
No, but look at Marseille now, but they're starting to do a little bit something.
I hear you, but cool. Aside, look at me with a straight face and say yes. Marseille have done very good business, but who's winning the league next year? Do you get it? Like you just still.
Yeah, I hear it, but what I'm saying to you is that it's now starting to form into a bit more competitive the league now.
Jerry Jezza, I think, has it spot on. Big up Jerry, by the way, but put up Jerry's
Strasbourg. Watch out for Strasbourg next season.
That's
They're now starting to get a bit. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just saying, put your stocks in League On. But the problem is, though, George is right though. The TV rights don't make it good enough, though. That's the problem. Is
they called is it the Uber Eats League, fam? They might have called it Uber Eats League, man. Come on,
now. You know what I mean?
Fast food league. Like nobody wants to watch that stuff. Like put the fries in a bag, fam.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is though, I think Ligue 1 now is starting to a little bit get me. I would say Premier. So I'm gonna go Premier League, La Liga. The Bundesliga is dead, bro, man. But I might be there next year because I'm doing some hate watches on Ten Hag. So I say Bundesliga. Then it's Italian league, and then it's the Ligue 1. But I think for me, it's one of them where Ligue 1, it's got the potential to go above Germany. The Bundesliga for me is though, you got to remember, like Bayern have won it for the past 11 years. You might know this, by the way.
Yeah. I just think the quality of the Bundesliga is higher than Liga on, isn't it? Like the different type of teams.
Who's the talent in the Bundesliga?
You see the Monopoly leagues, yeah? This is why you got to rate the Leverkusens and the Dortmunds here and there. And even, was it Lille that won it the other day when Gomez's team? I swear Lille won it
a few years ago.
You got to rate them teams because they're not supposed to win these leagues, bro. Like you said, Ty, PSG and Bayern of the last 12 seasons have probably won like 10 of them. But you get the odd team that will nick a league off them. Do you know what I mean? And you've actually got to put them teams on a high pedestal because they shouldn't be competing with them at all. That's why even Klopp, I don't want to bring it back to one of my managers, but not only to win it once, people thought it was a flop, but to do it back to back in a league where you have no right to really win it, yeah, man, you got to respect the Leverkusens, the Lilles.
I'm just looking at the players now because we've lost Florian Wirtz, Musiala. Oh man, I feel sorry for him, man. You've lost Musiala now. Who else?
Yeah, and Atletico Madrid. Big up Don Perez because they have no right to be winning it ahead of Barca Madrid.
Yeah, they've lost Jeremy Frimpong. They've lost Leroy Sané. They lost who else did they lost now? Bundesliga guys. Javi Simmons is going to go to Chelsea.
Obviously,
Alphonso Davies is still injured.
The thing is with Bundesliga though is they're constantly churning out talent. I feel like they're always churning out good talent, and there's always the next upcoming player coming through the Bundesliga, especially with forwards. Like there's always good forwards in the Bundesliga coming out like consistently.
Ekitike, Mamouche came as well. Yeah,
Mamouche came like that Bolt man, guy.
And to be fair, if we talk about fees, I'm pretty sure, like, if we look at transfer fees, I would guess now, this is just a wide guess, that across the last 10 years, Bundesliga might be the league that has the most transfer fees from Premier League. I would, because I feel like the biggest players and the biggest fees come from the Bundesliga. It's always a 70 million pound player, 70 million pound player. So, like, every other year, there's a player coming from there with a massive fee attached to them.
But I also think, though, that league there, you have to be careful, man. You can get that Bundesliga. You know what they say?
You say that, but we've had a lot of hits as well. Like
I know. What I'm saying to you is though, Bundesliga tax is probably the biggest tax, yo. If I was to say what's the biggest tax here, Bundesliga tax is the biggest one. Yes or no, man?
Yeah. No, I hear you.
It's the biggest tax, bro.
I think the worst one's Eredivisie, to be honest. I think the Eredivisie is one. Obviously, that's like I think there's a lot of players that come out of the Eredivisie that are spooky, bro.
Yo, bro, that Eredivisie, man. Yo, I swear down, that's the league that doesn't
if we go through some players, like what the last 10 years have come from that league. You had the Pie that went United. You had Ericsson did well at you lot.
Ericsson did well at Tottenham. Yeah,
I'm trying to think of other big players. Chat can drop chucks. I mean, Anthony,
I agree.
Anthony flopped, Van der Beek flopped. We've had
Timber done well.
That's the biggest tax in the Premier League.
Defensive players tend to be well from that league, I'd say.
Yeah. But also, you man are not giving the Turkish league is popping right now, man. I told you, man. Like, remember we were having that debate. Turkish league is popping right now, bro. I'm telling you, there's a lot of talent in the Turkish league right now. Everyone's going there. There's a big money there. Obviously, it'll never get Israeli. It'll never be on mainstream television for some reason. You get me? Because it's not enough good teams in there. But I think that's exciting as well. Give an honorable shout out to there's another league that I wanted to mention, but I don't know. I forgot where it was. There's another
league is for Finnish players, though. It's always been like that. The last 10 or 15 years, you get players that are at the end of their. I remember when Galatasaray had like Schneider. They had like a mad team of all these bad boy players.
Drogba, Bear,
all of these. But that's just because they all end their contract, and it's like, instead of going Saudi, you can go to Turkey and collect a big bag. And I don't know if you've watched interviews.
That's
it's like
nasty.
they get a guaranteed wage, and then after their guaranteed wage, they're getting all these extra bonuses on the side because the owners are
Bro,
the
why
owners
did
are nice,
Osimhen really go there, bro? Osimhen must have got a nice Turkish.
Do you know what?
I promise you now, he's getting bag of money, just like
Is
in
he
the
though?
hotel
Is he?
landed. He's got a bag of money just there.
Let me look at Capology. Let me look at Capology. What is
when you
actually
said
earning?
Bundesliga has the most tax, I'd say the league that you have the best like talent coming from, in my opinion, has to be League R. I think that's the best chance.
Yes, I agree. I agree.
They convert well to the Prem. I think a lot of League R talent have done well in the Premier League. La Liga as well, to be fair, but especially League R.
I'm just looking at Osimhen's actual wages and what his wages are, people. I don't know if people in the chat will know. Let me look at
Because he
Galatasaray.
just signed the deal. I doubt it's on Capology yet. Like, it's not
It will be. It will be. Them man are quick, bro. Them man are quick to put the salaries on there, bro. They don't play around. You know what I mean? They just
I'd
put
imagine
add-ons
it's around
on there.
300k a week, though, definitely.
300k. That's what I'm saying. He's living life, bro. Listen, he might just think, you know what, man? I just need money, bro. Actually, you know what? It's not. It's not on there yet. Leroy Sané is on 288,000 euros a week, bro. He's eating, man. He's eating.
And the
over
thing is,
there,
this is when you look at these players and you're like, why do they go? This is why they go to Galatasaray.
Exactly.
280k a week, bruv. Like,
this is what I said last week. I know, like, if you have a good talent and he's about to enter his prime or in his prime, and he plays in Europe and he goes to Saudi, I know, like, the football fan in you might say, "Oh, why are you doing that?" But you need to understand why they've done that, bro. Like, we're talking about generational wealth. That's why I will never like shade any player for going and getting their bag, bro. You can't. As a football, the football fan in you might be a bit upset that, come on, man, you can still play at a high level. But who's to say they go there for 1 or 2 years and come back? Do you know what I mean? So,
you know what it is as well? I think life after football, we don't deep it, man. Them like, I mean, it's
a lot of footballers go back to that. This is
bankrupt, man.
They don't have.
Like, what would you do after football? Like, most of these guys are content creators now, bro. Let's be honest. They got into the YouTube world. They've got into punditry. You know what I mean? It's, bro, like, to earn a decent living, like, for like, you can save up here and like for example, like Hazard now. What do you reckon Hazard's gonna do now? He's retiring early, bro. Like, what's he on now?
And stuff like this, innit? You just live off of like
your charity
and all these charity matches. Like, I think they just live off appearance fees and stuff. Then, but it's a good point because when you deep it, footballers retire at, like, let's just say 35, the average age. Still another 30. That's half of their life. They got this money's not going to last another 40 years, bro. Like, they need to make sure that they've got businesses churning out. Like, they got to have all these things.
A lot of them.
I'm watching Ryan Babel. Are you mind watching Ryan Babel? His videos, man, on YouTube. It's quite good, you know. Watch him on YouTube. I recommend Life After Football, man. Watch him, bro. He's got his little businesses and that, little things here and there. You know what I'm saying?
What it is as well. Like, a lot of footballers that even I personally know will go and big up Don. They'll go into property, but even a lot of English footballers go into horses. Like, see Robbie Fowler, other than LFC TV and an odd appearance on mainstream TV, he's got a street in Liverpool. People in the chat up from Liverpool know this. I don't know the exact street, but he's got a street in Liverpool. He owns like 9 of the houses on there, and they're like mansions.
Wow!
And he rents them to a lot of players. Even Michael Owen puts a lot of his money into horses, and like Owen owns a few horses, so. You just have to be smart.
But you know what? Look at people like John Barnes, bro. He's apparently in 1.5 million in debt, bro. You know what I mean? That's
how you knew he was in debt? But when he went on Big Brother, I don't know if you don't remember, he went on Big Brother years ago. I feel like if you've been like at the peak of your career, and I see you on a reality TV show or whatnot, you're struggling.
Look at West Brown. West Brown went in bankruptcy. West Brown went into bankruptcy. You know what I mean? So you got to invest in properties, but you got to find a little thing on it. This is why when you're like 28, 29, either become a manager, try and become a manager, or get into punditry. This is why I rate, like, there's been some players where they're already in punditry before they've even finished their career. And I'm
some players are already doing their badges whilst they're playing and that as well.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So there's a fine line. You know what I mean? Yeah, Danny Simpson was on the Misfits, bro. You're like, rah, what's going on here?
Right, 1 minute.
Yeah,
I've got to figure it out. Do you know what it is though? I feel like a lot of these players, it's just they do these things because, like you say, they're just trying to churn out and keep money, keep up appearances. So I don't actually think a lot of them are broke, but to maintain the lifestyle that they're used to living, that's where the problem of it usually is that they've set themselves a certain lifestyle. They've been a footballer. They're used to going out. They're used to doing these things that when they've stopped playing, they're still trying to maintain this for a while. And that's what it probably is a lot of the time. Like, all these footballers have got YouTube channels now. I think since Ronaldo done his, like everybody just started to do their own.
Everyone, bro. But the thing is, though, it's one of them where like before, like being like knowing what a YouTube kind of what YouTubers do in their life, it was so alienated. We never knew what they do, like what they do. And now they're like, you know what, F it, bro. If you look at the club's social media, I seen them the other day, Andres Pereira for Fulham. He literally was showing like the day of what they do,
what they do from when they wake up and stuff.
Yeah. So I think it's normalized now, man. But beforehand, bro, it was one of them where you never knew what a footballer's lifestyle was, bro. What they got up to, what they were doing. But most of them are watching Netflix like us.
That's what I was going to say. A lot of their days are boring. That's the thing. I don't think that they wanted to show it back in the day, because what it will do is reflect badly in the sense that these men get paid so much, and the majority of the day they're sitting up chilling. They obviously do training for like 5-6 hours, but then the rest of their day they're just chilling, feet up, might go for a lunch, watching Netflix. They're just chilling. They're generally just chilling, living life. Like, so that's what I think it is. They were afraid to show that side for a long time, but where they've seen obviously content creation, I think obviously there's more now. There's so many people with a lot of money. Everybody lives that life. It's like normalized to live that type of life.
They definitely watch their content creators though, 100%. Like they, you know what I mean? It's one of them though, innit? Like, you know what I mean? Like for me, it's one of them where like I keep it real, man. I don't really want to meet these footballers. I'll be real with you, man. I'd rather not meet these footballers than meet them, be fake, and start saying, "Yo, bro, my guy." I'd rather not, bro. You know what I mean? That's for me personally. That's where I'd rather to stay away from them, man. Let them do their thing. Obviously, if they show love, they show love, but I'd rather not be fake, because on social media or on YouTube, I'm either cussing them out, I praise them. I'm all, you know what I mean, bro? Like 1 minute,
you know what's mad? I was thinking that because I saw the interaction between X and all the top players.
X is real, man. X is real though.
That's the thing. But I know, obviously, I'm seeing him dap the players up, and I was thinking like, it must be a weird situation to be in for him, because I know in games what I'm like. I'm getting mad at players. He is as well, bro. We're all just getting mad. What is that? You're rubbish. You're this. You're that. Yeah. But then when you see them, naturally, we're fans of them, bro. So you can only expect us to be like, yo, good vibes. But I was thinking from the player point of view, what did they think? What did they think? Boss? I know they're smiling and laughing, but on the side, they're probably thinking, bro, I know you were dissing me a couple weeks ago. I get what you mean. Like, I don't want to be in and around the circles of people thinking like that, like thinking that it's not real when we're just fans. We're giving our genuine reaction. If we don't think you had a good game, bro, you don't have a good game. I'll have to tell you that. I'm not gonna do it. And that's where I think sometimes you start to see when people have certain relationships, players, and that's where punditry, I think, goes wrong a lot of the time, is people protect relationships. So then rather being authentic and talking about someone's performance
you can tell
that they usually would.
Yeah, facts.
They've got a relationship.
You can tell. But I think as well though, like I think footballers, I think they'll appreciate people that just say what they say on their minds, bro. That they just on it, bro. Like, you know what I mean, bro? Like there's people that, you know, people know that, you know what I mean, what I've said about Rashford. I've known people in Rashford circle. And them man has said to me, like, yo, they're calm with it, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I met his brother, bro. You know what I mean? Like, and it's not a case of like, the people think, yo, man, you're a prick and that. They just said, you know what? At least you're being real about it and you're not being fake. You know what I mean? Like, that's what for me, that's why for me, I want to try and make sure I don't really get involved in having a relationship with these players, because I feel like for me, then you lose your credibility in my aspect, for me, because I want to make sure that it's authentic, bro. I don't want to be like, oh, you know what? I met my man, you know, and we got a picture of that. You know what, man? Nah, I just want to say it as it is and keep it moving like that, bro. You know what I'm saying to you? Yeah. And I support Man United in the end of the day, but I don't support players. So it's one of them where it says there's a fine line in it, and you can tell though they watch it. You're like, right, what are you saying there, bro? Are you mad? Like, yeah, because remember CB with Fofana. Fofana tried to hot him up. I'm like, yo, why are you hotting him up, bro? You know what I mean? Like, leave the brother alone, man.
No, I find that one all funny, in it, because CB cooks, bro. CB does do the normal cooking as well. CB goes in. He's talking about that black hairline, the fact that he's talking about what these men are doing. Like, he's real life cooking them. So they probably see that and they're like, yo,
CB is a funny. Honestly, I'm telling you now, CB has the potential to go far in this YouTube game. Like he honestly, but I say it to him all the time, bro. He is hilarious, bro. Like I
he does it without trying. He's just so funny. And he's got that storytelling, like he can tell a story.
Storytelling, bro. He's hilarious, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I remember Cole's brother. Yeah, Cole's brother was saying, they're big fans of him, man. And you know what I mean? Like, they see what he said about him and that. So them man say, you know what? It's all real, bro. It's all love, man. You get me? It's not. We're not trying.
I think these men get to a point where they do understand it is just content as well.
It's just content, bro. I mean, at the end of the day, what we're showing, what we see is what we talk about. That's it, bro. Keep it 100. You know what I mean? Rather than be like, yo, what, this guy here, I'm never gonna crash it on this brother, bro. You gotta sometimes, bro. You know what I mean? Like, look at the Real Madrid fans. Look at the ultras, man. Look at the PSG ultras, bro. Them man are serious, bro. Them man don't give a shit, bro. Them man
the players answer to them, man, bro. You seen in the French league, and the man goes stand up next to the stands, and the ultra, they got their hands behind their back whilst the ultras are giving them lectures, blood. Like, them man are doing it serious. The only bit where I think like it might get a bit tough is, obviously, because we must have like academy players and stuff watching them, man. You never know. One day you've got an academy player who's now a fan of you, but's now become a footballer, and you might, I don't know, not have any relationship, but you might have an interaction with them, and you might think, it's a young player from young. That's when I think it might get a bit tough for me, because I wouldn't want to be dissing up my academy player, especially one that would be like, watch out, like, shit, I've got a soft spot for this one, man. My man's he's basically my young G, bro. My man playing for Tottenham or something. That's where it might get a bit tough eventually, but the crossroads when you come past.
I don't know if you see the Shaka one. The Shaka, they lost to a team in like the 3rd division, in a cup team. My man had to go and speak to the fan, bro. I was like, right. You could never see that happen in the Premier League. And you know what? You know what I always say? United's a weak fan base, bro, because that should have been happening to these United players, bro. Let's be honest, bro. There should have been these top reds, should have said to these players, yo, instead of showing them love, and this is for me, this is in life, bro. Sometimes you got to have that tough love. These top reds, because they're meant to be the kind of almost like the spokespeople of United, Players, yo, are you mad? 15th position. You get here right now, and we're gonna tell you what we feel about you lot, bro. Are you mad? But we're very, very, you know what, man? Go on, lads. You know what I mean? Like, blah, blah, blah. Are you mad, bro? What's going on, bro?
It was just come too soft, though, isn't it? It just comes too soft in general, though, because like I say, there's a council culture for anything. And it's like, even when you saw what Faz done, like, I didn't think Faz didn't say anything wrong. Faz generally didn't say anything wrong. Man, and I thought he was actually nicer by it, in a way that, it's going to annoy Garnacho. We expect it to annoy Garnacho. But he could have been swearing, doing a mad thing, but he was just nice. Like, improve this about your game a little bit. Yeah, he's not a professional coach, but he's just giving some feedback. Bro. That's what we want to do as fans. And even then, when you have an interaction like that, you get a whole bunch of fan base saying, oh, he's this, he's that, he's being wrong, they're bullying. How is it bullying, bro? It's just everybody's become too soft, way too soft with things like that.
I agree, man. You gotta be, bro. Like, at the end of the day, bro, when you look at other teams, bro, they're serious, bro. They don't mess around, bro. You perform, you're good. But if you don't, man, the speakerphones are out, man. You know what I mean? Like, for a club like Tottenham and Man United, you lot obviously won the Europa League. Tottenham United for 15th, 17th, bro. It's crazy, bro. Are you mad? Are you mad, bro? So, I don't know, man. It's one of them, man. Like I said, that was just a little conversation for people, innit? Like, in terms of what's going on right now. There was just a quick one before we go. Donnarumma, I don't know whether he's going or staying, man, but Donnarumma, people, man. I don't know what the situation is going to be, but, bro, he's looking to maybe leave, man. And I think United could be a destination. Chelsea, I spoke to Don the other day. He said, nah, I wouldn't take Donnarumma at Chelsea, bro. I said, are you mad, bro? Over Sanchez? Are you mad, bro? Why would you not want to leave, bro? I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like, bro,
a couple years ago, he was a good player. A couple years ago, he was really good. But I think Donnarumma's a bit spooky now. He makes some good saves, but he makes mistakes. I don't think he's worth the money that like clubs want.
He had a solid year though last year, man. He had a solid year though last year, man. Solid year. Helped them win the Champions League, let's be honest with you. Absolutely helped them win the Champions League. bro, listen, I would bring him in. If it's available, I would bring him in. You get me? So it's one of them where, you know what I mean? Apparently this journalist, he's going back and forth with Fabrizio. Fabrizio saying it's not on. My man here, Jan Forth, is saying there were some reports that yesterday was a non-starter. That's not correct. Just been told this process is on. There are talks going on. So I don't know. I wouldn't pay through.
But he improves both of you, man. He improves both of your teams. And
100%. No, you mad?
But he wants massive wages, massive contracts. He's going to want that to be matched for what he is, because he's still a kind of young goalkeeper. I'm pretty sure he's like 26, 27. So he's still got like bare years ahead of him.
At least, bro.
Yeah, if you're investing 200 to 300k in him, like, it's a lot for a goalkeeper. He has to work. And you don't want to be put in a situation where you're similar to Onana, where you've invested a hefty fee and you've got a big wage. You're not going to be able to get rid of it. So he's had a good year. I'm a fan of Donnarumma, but I can understand why clubs are hesitant to move on him. I can understand.
Yeah, 100%, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. For me, it's one of them. After the Euros, he fell off like a madman. Like, he fell off badly. And then this year, the last 18 months, I'd say for me, he started to become the Donnarumma we all know. And I think that is a very, very key point in that aspect of, you know what? For me, I'm not gonna lie to you, the keeper market right now is very, very overrated. It's very, very bad at the minute. The goalkeeper market ain't great, bro. I'll be real with you. Yeah, there are odd few here and there where you could look at and think, you know what? They're decent, but the keeper market ain't great, bro. That's why now Mike Maignan was linked with Chelsea. He kind of not the same player as he was once. You know what I mean? So it's one of them where maybe Chelsea just say, you know what? We just keep him, Sanchez, and just go next year. See how it's like right now, and then go from there. So, yeah, one to watch out for, man, people, in that aspect. But yeah, that is about it in terms of transfer rumors. There's not really much happening. Today could be a big day, man. I've got a feeling there's a bomber today. There's a bomber today coming out. What's this Laurie Whitwell? Laurie Whitwell said anything? Nah, I should talk about Rasmus Højlund. But yeah, I've got a feeling there's probably going to be Isak bid today or something.
I was going to say that. I reckon either today or tomorrow you'll see it Isak bid.
Yeah. There's going to be
accepted or not. I think
Simmons as well.
First one will probably get rejected because they've not found a striker. But yeah, man, I think we'll send in a bid for Isak.
Yeah. So yeah, watch out for that one, and then we'll go from there. You know what I'm saying too. So we'll see, man. But listen, people, we're trying to get to 800 likes, man, and we're on 662. Can we get to 800 likes by the time everyone shouts their channels out as well? You get me? So make sure you lot hit the like button. It's free to do so. You know what I mean? We've had a sick show today. You know what I mean? And yeah, you lot can get the likes of 1.7k in the building. So yeah, hit the like button, people. Roms, what you got coming up, man? Anything you want to plug?
Yeah, so obviously the CB episode has come out, doing good numbers, and there'll be another ep dropping tonight. So yeah, keep a lookout on the Rebel channel. Just we're rounding up transfers and all of that. So yeah, but again, big up George, big up Saeed. The chat as always, you lot always killing me. And yeah, man, smashed it out. Have a good weekend. Yeah,
man. Big up to you. Big up to George. We are going to be redirected to George. He's going right now live for the North London Derby, people, man. You know the ones there. George, let them know what else is coming on today. Have you got anything else you want to plug as well?
Yeah, my North London Derby watch along. Apart from that, I don't know, man. I'm on Dan Potts later. You'll just see me around as you always do, videos and stuff coming out. Just yeah, man, come over for a bit of the pre-match build-up for the North London Derby. Talk about, you know, what's going to happen in this game. Is Spurs even going to be competitive? I can't lie. I'm not looking forward to this one. It's going to be a spooky setting.
Yeah.
And Gyökeres might really tear it up. So, tough one.
Yeah, man. Listen, people.
Man, big up to everyone. Good show. Make sure you smash a like on the way out, man.
Yeah, smash a like on the way out, man, people. I wasn't going to do the derby, but you know what? I thought, you know what? It might be an entertaining game. So I'll be also doing the game. Hopefully we'll see Kudus and see a bit of Max Dalman ball, man. See what he's saying as well. He might be playing as well. So yeah, man. Should be a fun game. The timeline is going to be popping later on, I can tell, man.
Is that a goal kit, George? The one you're wearing?
No, it's the away kit, isn't it?
Oh, that kit looks cold.
Oh, this is the away kit. Yeah, this is the away kit.
That's the away kit. Do you know normally black kits are for keepers? You know, like most keepers have the black kit.
Bro,
black kit's cold still.
Yeah.
That is a cold kit. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's a very, very good kit. That, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. You man, head over now to George's channel, people. Saeed TV raid. I'll see you lot in the chat.